Knicks are in a free fall. They're in a tailspin right now. And we got to figure this thing out, man. Knicks lose to the Phoenix Suns 106-99 at the Garden. Knicks are now 2-8 in their last 10 games. The NBA Cup curse continues. No Jalen Brunson, no Josh Hart tonight, as the roommates are both nursing sore right ankles. And so the Knicks are once again searching, man, searching for answers. But, you know, this is deeper. The wounds of this team are deep. And once again, give credit to the Phoenix Suns. Give credit where credit is due. I thought the Phoenix Suns defense was once again stifling with this Knicks team. The Suns play like how the Knicks should play. The Suns play like an Eastern Conference type of team right now. Give them credit, because in their rebuild, they've been able to surround Devin Booker with athleticism, with physicality, and with dogs. And for the Knicks, they're still looking for that. They got contributions from their dogs tonight, and Deuce McBride and OG Anunoby, who continue to try to put the team on their back. But I thought this game changed, despite it being a game of runs, Al. I thought this game changed with that Devin Booker three-point play to end the third quarter. First off, great job by Book. He was good in spurts when he needed to be, but when that moment closed that game, closed the quarter, Suns had a three-point lead. Never relented, because Colin Gillespie would take over. And he got Kolek a couple of times. He got Deuce a couple of times. 8 points in that fourth quarter by Colin Gillespie. And I thought you saw the glaring difference between these two teams, especially in that fourth quarter, where the Suns were executing plays, getting their guards downhill, and either attacking the basket or kicking out for three and getting quality three-point looks, because the Knicks defense, three-point defenses continue to be woeful. And then on the other side, the Knicks were just going my turn, your turn. Desperation offense. 1 for 11 from downtown in that fourth quarter. Heaving up threes. And that was the difference to me, bro. Good execution by the Suns, man. Knicks are in trouble.
Look, the Knicks, and they started out strong, CP. They certainly started out strong tonight, where you're seeing that the offense is flowing as normal. You're seeing that the defense was even there to start this game. And then as soon as the second half came around, the defense started to go out the window. The passing, the facilitating, the sharing of the rock started to dwindle. And then, as you noted, that fourth quarter, you could just see the guys were just panicking left and right. And this is where it is glaring that you need another playmaker, another floor general. You see the what happens when you don't have Jalen Brunson on this team is that everyone is confused on what to do in the last 5 minutes. And look, even in the fourth quarter, these guys couldn't buy a bucket. You just see the importance of Jalen Brunson. Okay, even Josh Hart too. And Kolek, I don't know what's happened to Kolek, man. He's been a tough watch as of late. He hasn't been able to organize the offense and show off that skill set that he was, especially around Christmas. It seems like he's just reverting back into a pumpkin at this point.
They knew it.
But the Knicks, and look, this is probably why Mike Brown didn't even play him against Phoenix in that first matchup, man. But nevertheless, look, this team needs another playmaker. They need somebody else that can get out there and just organize the offense and keep guys flowing, because we saw in those last 5 minutes, CP, that it was a your turn, my turn type of situation, as you noted, and you can't have that, man. It's just too easy, too predictable for a defense like the Phoenix Suns, who are gritty, who know how to pick up guys and knew how to read like offensive schemes. It's just too much, man. It's too much, and the fact that this Knicks team has so much talent that we can't even utilize it to get these guys going is just sad, man.
Talk to us, man. Talk to us, man. You feeling like us right now, man. You are one of us, man. We are one of us. That's what you always say, man. So
100%.
Talk to us, man. Talk to us, bro.
I mean, okay, I'll go from the positives to the not so positives. Guys are getting the opportunity to play. They're getting the opportunity to seize a moment in which a lot of guys don't get this chance and this opportunity. And I just feel like when you get that chance, you got to be a dog. You got to basically play with the intensity. You look at the guy, I think his name is Goodwill.
Goodwin with the mask on. Dog.
The Bass. He was just playing full court defense. It's like when people come inside of your home and they pick you up full court, that's a message. They're sending a message to you. And I just felt like our intensity, it didn't match. And our intensity has been lacking from a standpoint of when you look at how we're playing, we used to come out and win the first 5 minutes of every quarter. And if we didn't win the first 5 minutes of the quarter, we was creating a pace. We're not creating any pace. We're not playing with any free flow. And it's understood that because Jalen is out, people have to adjust and play another style because he's ball dominant. But when when your main guy goes out, who handles the ball and he's making plays for himself, for others, for others, for himself. When that's happening, you have to have somebody that can come in like Kolek. I feel like yes, he's young, he's still learning, but you got to have somebody that's going to come in and bring that same type of intensity on the court because that's Jalen brings an intensity, his style and the way he plays, attack, it's
Force.
scoring, it's force, it's a force. So when that force is out, you got to still have another presence of how you play, and we're not playing with that same type of presence. It's like we're playing like how we played at the beginning in preseason when we was trying to figure out how to run our sets, how to cut, how to move. It wasn't free flow. And that is some adjustment because now you're asking a guy like Kolek to come in and do certain things and play a style. It's the difference when you have Jalen there and you can put him back in and out of the game whenever you want, opposed of now Deuce. Yes, he scored a lot, but he has to distribute the basketball. When he has to distribute and he has to get guys the ball, you could tell he's not very comfortable at doing it.
That's
It's
right.
not natural. It's not a natural thing to do. It's more so like, damn, now I got to play make. I got to get everybody involved. I got to, run a set. But it's really not a set, but you got to get things moving. But my thing is, when you look at even when Jalen, when Jalen is playing, when we started to lose, we stopped playing. We stopped taking the basketball out fast right away and still getting the
Pace.
basketball up. We wasn't playing with that same pace, and that's because our defense isn't as solid as it was. It's hard to do that all the time when you're taking the basketball out of the net. So now you're taking the basketball out of the net. Now you got to try to like set a play. They set on defense. It's a challenge, but so forget about the X's and O's. I'm more so. I'm speaking more about our mentality. Our mentality is not the same mentality that we were establishing, right? You don't regress after the end season, after you win the end season tournament, which they say some teams do. We're not that some team. We're the team that we needed to win that to build on it. So we don't fall into a category because we're on a quest to try to win the championship. And this is part, I feel like this is or can be part of a way for us to be able to have some clarity about who we are as a team and what we need to really establish as far as when guys go down, when they get hurt, who's going to step up.
Steph, man, once a Nick, always a Nick barbecue tonight. 50 legends brought back. Saw you was in the front, man. The jackets was looking clean. You had the fresh black Camellos on. Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
It was dope, man. I mean, they really know what they're doing. They know how to do it. It's New York, and everyone knows that being in New York is legendary. It's good, it's bad, and then there's great. Frazier, he knows what it feels like.
Clyde, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Glide, he knows. You know what I'm saying? And Monroe, they know.
Yeah.
So they got the glow always. And I think for us to be recognized as part of the cloth of the city, part of the cloth of the Knicks, I think being recognized in that manner, it was it was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing to see, to be amongst so many different legendary hoopers. And when you see them, they recognize you just like you recognize them. So the love is mutual. It's unconditional right from the beginning. So that's pretty dope that we have that type of energy that's shared amongst players who play for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, no question. And I think it's a great touch by the organization. It keeps getting better. I think it's going to continue to evolve. I feel like, I mean, listen, the fences have not been mended, but I feel like this is trending towards an Oak reunion at some point. I feel like the storyline, it's a story, Al. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah, man.
It's a build-up.
That'll be the biggest story in God in history.
It's trending that way. Maybe it might be 2030, whatever it is. It's trending that way, man. But, the one thing I'll say about it, why I always rock with it, is that, like, when you look at all the guys that's involved in it, we lost Steph. Okay.
No, I'm here.
Oh, all right. Hang on. Here we go. Back at it. Okay, we got Steph. Yeah, I was going to say the one thing about it is that, whether you drafted, whether you were traded, whether you signed as a free agent, the reason why the fans rock with it is because all the players, they gave you hope. You know what I'm saying, Al? Like, you always hopeful, like, like, I remember exactly where I was at when we traded for Steph. Remember exactly where I was at, the blockbuster trade. Like, when we signed so-and-so, when we traded for Melo, when we signed Stat. Like, all those guys, when they brought in all those guys, like, they gave you hope. That is why we watched night in and night out. Even during the tough times. It didn't matter. Because you always felt like, all right, next game, we're going to be all right. We in this point right now.
Hell yeah, man.
We in this point right now with the new cast of characters.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
We in this point right now with guys that we know that can get us out of this space that we're in right now, which is why we're able to speak and talk and critique and give advice and give ideas and what we should and what we shouldn't do. That's why we feel the way how we feel. I couldn't even go out after the game. I was gonna go out with all of the. I was like,
you was sick.
Yo, you saw it with everybody, man.
Sick.
Everybody was looking down.
I just walked out. I was done tight. I was so tight. I was so tight. And then some dudes that don't really come to the games a lot.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh man, like this is a different feeling over here. I was like, this is different.
Yeah. This ain't the holiday party. Like this is a regular season. This game number 42 for you at the Garden. Did we lose it again? Yeah. Go ahead, Al. You said
when you see Melo, JR, Felton, and all those guys standing up, like you saw all of their faces, like, damn, man, we really lost this one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but the crowd, the camera guy did show up at the end. I was like, damn, man.
I couldn't hear you. You said what happened?
At the end of the game, like on the broadcast, they showed Melo, JR, I think Felton standing up, and you just see their faces like,
Patrick,
damn, they're
tight,
like,
man.
we really lost that one, man.
Everybody felt it like they was playing. They felt it like they were playing, man.
Yo, I was.
Melo looked tight, man. Melo looked like he just played, man. He was like, yeah, how we lose this one?
I was
tight.
Man.
Tight.
I was like, the dude was like, when we was going into the game, I said, he was like, how you doing? I said, I'm doing good. I said, everything is going really good. The only thing that got to happen is they got to win. I said, they win, the night is beautiful.
Well, let's get to the key stats, Al. Both teams shooting just about 40% from the field, 32% for the Knicks from downtown. They go 14 of 42 for 44. Suns 36%. Knicks shooting 76% from the charity stripe. Suns 85. Free throw pretty even. 25 for the Knicks, 27 for the Suns. You had the rebounding battle. Knicks won that by 10, even though I thought the Suns got some timely offensive rebounds, especially that one from Mark Williams late in that game that got to Royce O'Neal for the three. I thought that one was one of the many daggers that the Suns hit the Knicks with in the fourth quarter. That was a big play. And assist battle, so Suns won that 22-20. He had total turnovers again. Team with no ball handlers, 17 Knicks turnovers, leading to 19 Suns points, and 12 Suns turnovers, leading to 10 Knicks points. Suns ball handlers, their guards, Gillespie, Devin Booker, just outclassed the Knicks tonight in terms of execution. Points in the paint, Knicks won that one 32-28. And then large lead of the night, 10 points for both teams out. This one really was a game of runs. And you look at it by the largest leads and the percent led. Knicks led this one by 47%, Suns by 45%. So damn near 50-50 for both teams. It just, to me, just came down to that fourth quarter, man, where I thought the Suns were really better in terms of getting their execution offensively and defensively, really keeping the Knicks one-dimensional.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me tonight, CP, is going back to that fourth quarter. And out of the 20 shots that the Knicks took, 11 of them were threes. And out of the 11 threes that they attempted, they only made one. And for me, like, look, I know that the Suns took the same amount of shots. They took 20 shots as well in the fourth quarter. They took out of those 20, 9 were from downtown. They made 2. And they only got 2 extra free throws on them. But it just came down to execution at that point in the end, man. Defense and execution. But for me, it's the heavy reliance on the three-point shooting from this team. The heavy reliance. And it's interesting in Mike Brown's presser, he talks about how the offensive rebounding was where he believes that the area that really hurt them. Well, that's interesting to me. They won the rebounding battle. And on top of that, they managed to match their offensive rebounding output. They got 14 – where is it? They got – give me 1 second here. They got 15 offensive rebounds, so more than what they averaged during the regular season, which is 13.5. So they actually did a damn good job getting offensive rebounds. You know what their issue was? They couldn't hit a shot to save their life. So for me, man, what I look at is this heavy reliance of shooting threes from downtown, the panic shots, man. And you even saw that it ended with a Karl-Anthony Towns air ball from downtown when you needed to make a shot at the end. And
the air ball was brutal. It was brutal.
Brutal.
It was brutal, man.
But that encompassed the entire fourth quarter
Drink to that.
And the heavy reliance on three-point shooting, man. So for me, it is the 1 for 11 from downtown in the fourth quarter. And that the offensive rebounding, even though Mike Brown pointed that out, I thought that was just fine for tonight's game.
Yeah. To me, I'll look at the turnovers. Just one thing that was one thing that this team had established early in the season as being a team that was careful with the ball. That has to have slipped in these 10 games. It had to. I mean, just look watching these games. They've seems like they've been eclipsing that 15, 16 turnover mark. But not only that, they've been damaging because of this team's lack of transition defense. That's what I mean, where you're killing yourself, man. You're handing these guys the knife to stab you with.
How about Jordan Clarkson guarding Devin Booker in the fourth?
Oh, that was a doozy. Cardiac. He's got him doing a do-si-do, and then he's complaining to the refs, like, what do I do? Like, yo, my man, you literally you might as well have had your full arm in his jersey.
Hand checking is not permitted anymore, my man.
Well, it wasn't Cardiac's best night by a long shot, but you know he's had better nights than most. But tonight wasn't his night. Tonight was a Cardiac night for him. So, you know, just one of those. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the turnovers, and yeah, we'll see if they can bounce back on Monday when Cooper Flagg and the boys come into town. All right. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel once again. This is KFTV Post-Game Live. CP the Franchise, Alex Rotaros on the ones and twos. And Stephon Marbury is just about here. So we're going to get Steph in here. Salute to our franchise channel members. Salute to the Replay Gang, of course. And salute to one of our sponsors of the night, Al. We got to talk about him. Shout out to our guys at Harry's. Hey, man, check out the Harry's Plus razor. Shout out to our guys at Harry's Shave Club. Always putting it down with high premium quality products. And the one thing about the Harry's Plus is it's the best shaving experience you're going to have. Right away, you're going to notice when you open the package is the weighted metal handle. It's solid, it's balanced, it feels like something that's actually built well. The blades are German engineered, each one honed at 3 angles, Al, so it cuts clean without tugging. And the pivoting system, It actually works. Gets around the jawline, under the chin, all the tricky spots without clogging like the drugstore blades. Plus, as you guys know, Harry's claim to fame is that they own their own blade factory. So no middleman, no markups. They keep it affordable while making a razor that feels premium. Right now, you can get the Harry's Plus trial set for only $10. That's the new razor, a 5-blade cartridge, shave gel, and travel cover. So head to harrys.com/KFTV to claim yours. That's harrys.com/KFTV. Look sharp, feel sharp, and you're going to like this one.
The Mikkel thing, I think it more might be coaching issue, because Mikkel is the one who always hustles before this bad stretch of games. So, because the Mikkel middies, it's one of the most powerful weapons now in the NBA. Durant, DeMar DeRozan, and Booker. Apart from them, I don't think anyone hits the middies as consistently as Mikkel. So I think Brown can run more of that. He can't body players and make his own shots. So like maybe he can draw some screens or some other ways that he can do so that he can be more open for the middies. That's one thing. And second thing, we know we have a 3-point defense issue. Is that because, not to be crude, but we have the worst defensive center in the history of multiverse, I guess? Because as they know that our paint is unprotected, they have to guard a little bit farther from the 3-point line. So it's becoming easier for the players to shoot the 3-pointer. Is that right? Or am I wrong? I would love to get your points. And thank you for taking my call. And once again, nice to talk to you, Mr. Marbury. Thank you for taking my call, City.
So basically what he was asking for, first off, he's asking for more screens to be run for Mikal so he can get into his mid-range bag. Just some more actions for Mikal to get loose, to get open, and get into a shot. And then he talked about the Knicks 3-point defense and how much is it that, you know, a lot of times they're running with Cat there. He's in the drops. You give him the guards a lot of space. Like in that fourth quarter, he had Gillespie. Gillespie starts cooking, you know, out of those screens that they were setting for him. So he's asking, you know, is the Knicks 3-point defense a part of the fact that you have guys like Towns out there that can't really cover that well in space?
I mean, when you look at Towns, we knew what his ability was on the defensive end and how he played defense. He's not a big guy who goes after blocking shots. He didn't play like that before. He doesn't play like that now. Yes, we want him to do that, and we gotta keep talking to him and keep saying that for him to do it. Sometimes he'll get a block. I do think that, you know, Mikal Bridges, you could run screens for him, you could run picks for him, but at the end of the day, it's not coming down to scoring. It's our defense. We don't have no problem scoring the basketball. We've proven that. We've shown it. It's not that. It's mentality. It's defense intensity. It's how hard we gotta play. When you look at that kid playing today, he picked up full court. We was losing and we wasn't picking up. We was back at the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Like, you losing, you gotta change something. Something different gotta happen. Like, we gotta have guys that are that will get on the court and that will do that. You know, instinctively. They won't think about it. They would just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Josh, he's one of those guys, yeah. He gets it. Like, he knows, like, in order for us to get back in the game to try to win the game, we got to change the rhythm of the game. That's how you win the game, no matter what. Like, you still stay in the game because you never know.